Hey, I am Izzy Noodles. Welcome to a new walkthrough. We are playing Mystica, which is a little bit spooky. Let's begin. So we start here up on the side of this hill, so let's slide on down. And there is just an item we can grab. It's not a needed item, but let's just check it out anyway. So we have this cross just here. Let's take a look at this. We found a big mine full of mana stones, but in our greed, we dug too deep. We unleashed something that should not have been awakened. P.S. No, this is not Lord of the Rings. So, continuing this way, there's a few things that can be interacted with. I'll need my pistols first. We can shoot this globe, but I'll talk about that much later on when I get around to it. Mine this enormous hole in the middle, that's the mine. So we are going to be entering the mine straight away, but first we need to open up access. So just find this odd looking block that we can pull out. And then we can get behind it. And we can pull this lever. So that has opened up the door down in the mine. So there's more we need to do before heading down there. Just watch the gap there. It's very easy to just fall straight on down. So coming up to this big cross on this hill. So we kind of have a crossroad section here. We've got a path to the left. So that is for much later on. A path straight ahead, so you can go and explore there. There's nothing to do just yet though. We'll need to find the pistols. We do not yet have our pistols. And once we do have our pistols, we can enter the path over there to the right. So that's blocked off. We'll need the pistols to unblock that path. So hidden in plain sight on this cross is a very sneaky lever, and this took me a while to find. So that's lowered this very suspicious tile you may have spotted right here. We can you'll have to crouch down and we can grab the mine key. So now we have that. We can enter the mine. Okay, so sometimes she does not grab this ladder. Yeah, we got one grab, that's fine. So if you lose health there, don't worry, we'll have some level transitions. And this is the door here that we opened using the lever. So come on in, we've got a few doorways in this immediate room. So in here we just have some arrows just there. Opposite that room in here. So if we come around this sort of railing, we can grab some flares. Nope, that's not going to work. It's very tricky to maneuver, so you can do a side jump over the railing there and grab a blade just here. So this is part of a shovel. So if you are struggling to get into here, you can just climb onto that block that's in front of me and make your way that way. So we will need to find a second piece of the shovel. In this very dark corner, you can just crawl on in to grab a small medpack. Okay, next coming into here. And just go ahead and pull this lever, which will open up this trap door. And in here is where we're going to get the shaft for the shovel. Highly recommend a save. You'll need a flare. We'll have to do a run for it because there's boulders and you'll have to watch Laura's feet because you will need to jump. There we go. So you do need to stop sprinting to be able to jump across there. So that one can take a few practices to get right. And then making sure your flare is not just about to go out. Jump back across. So there we go, we can form our shovel now. So opposite, right over in this corner, this is where we're using the mine key. Doors are slow, give them a moment. Here we go, and we'll get a level transition. So right here on this dark spot is where we're going to dig. So let's combine to make our shovel, and then we can use it.
Oh, I am free.
Okay, so it's a little bit spooky. So the first thing in here I'm going to do, there is this jump switch right up here, so I'm going to pull this. So that's tricky to spot in the dark corner. What that did was open up this trapdoor. You'll see why I did that in just a moment. There is this item that we need, which is going to give us a clue of what we're doing in this room. So pick this up. And we got a bunch of little scarab-like skulls chasing us. So we're going to drop them down here so that we can continue. There we go. Magic. If you are on this ledge, they pretty much fall straight on in because they're trying to take the shortest path to Lara, so just hang from this ledge and they will all just fall straight in. So I picked up a runestone. O northern star, the south I love, my eastern sea, the west without a meaning. So that corresponds to these pushable, like planet, globe pushables, whatever they are. You can push the pushables, and there's these tiles as well with different symbols on. So this is telling us what tile we need each of these to be on. But just a heads up, the east and the west are actually the wrong way round. So they need to be swapped. So take another look. Oh, northern star. So I am facing north. So this one needs to be on the star. Okay, and the south I love. So this one needs to be on the heart. This is south. Okay, let's take another peek at the runestone. So as I said, the east and west are the wrong way round. So it should be my western sea, the east without a meaning. So if we look at the compass, the red is what we're looking at. This is west. So it should be my western sea. So we need to put this one onto the anchor. So I'm not sure why they've got a bit mixed up somewhere, so it can be very misleading to try and solve this puzzle. And then we just need to do the east one. The east without a meaning. So this goes on the blank tile. So just so you can see that, this tile has no pattern. So that has opened up a gate. This gate was already open, but we cannot do anything in here just yet, so that's kind of why I was just blanking that gate. But we've just opened up this one. So in the plants just here, we've got some flares. And we have a very tight timer here. Now this was probably like the 3rd level I ever played, and this one was a bit too hardcore for my skill level at the time, and I gave up on this. I couldn't do this, because if you enter the room, on the, you beat the timer, but if you step over 1 tile space, you'll burn up and die. More on that when we enter the room. So time the flame behind you as well. Okay, so once you hit the threshold, I suppose is the correct word, threshold, do a roll to make sure you're not going to overshoot. You'll just roll through the gate and stop on this spot. So any tile in this room that has a rounded pattern will set you on fire. So yeah, even if you spend ages trying to make the run and you make it and you overshoot, you'll be set on fire. So that's kind of annoying. Whoops, I just jumped straight into that burner. So watch the steam jets. Make your way across the tiles with a more square pattern. And not so obvious in this dark corner, this is a ladder. And then we can just hop back behind, grab this ledge, and I'm just gonna quickly grab a secret. So you can see there's some vines over here. We can grab these vines. Or just not. I didn't actually save after that timer. Okay, I was turned a little bit too much, but we can grab these vines. There we go, and just shimmy along, and then we can flip back to the space that's behind me. And here we go, here's our first secret. So these will be in the menu as old coins. Oh, did it again. Whoopsie daisy, watch out for the steam. Okay, so again, we're going to climb up the ladder and hop backwards again. And from here, we're going to make quite a tricky kind of jump. So yeah, you do need to be very precisely placed for this jump. There we go. So you barely make that. That's a very precise jump. So that has opened the gate that's down below, and the best way I find to get down there without setting yourself on fire, the tile in the doorway is safe. So just run with a grab and you'll slide all straight into that space. And we have torches. So now we can leave with a torch. The steam jets have actually turned off, so that's a little more helpful. I find in this particular room, it's good to keep saving. It is kind of tricky to see what tile you're actually on as well, because you are not directly above the tile. It's you've got this space between the ground that you're standing on and then the lowest part of the ground, so it can be tricky to judge. Awesome stuff. So even this burner here has turned off as well, so that is very helpful. So go ahead and throw the torch. If you happen to just mess up like I did, that's fine. You can crouch down, pick up the torch, and then roll. You can't do it the other way around. So you can't crouch when you have a torch already in your hand. So we can go ahead and light the torch. And now we can do what needs to be done in this room. So this water is frozen solid. We need to defrost that. So use the torch on this and also this second one behind me. And now these burners are active and the water is now liquid. So come on in and we can enter the next room. Okay, now this is the other way around. We need to turn this to a solid, into ice, so that we can walk across it and collect the item that's up there. So we've got a bit of a tight swim coming up just here. So feel free to save. I kind of risked not saving. Pull this lever just here. Straight down. We've just opened this trapdoor so that we can grab a Waterskin. And then into here. That can be very tight to get into. I did good. Pull this lever. Okay, that's back in that room. And opening up that hatch in the other room will actually help us to fill up the Waterskin. So yes, there is water everywhere, but we have no opportunity to fill the Waterskin. Nothing to stand on. So now returning back, we're going to fill the Waterskin just like we used the torches, well, singular torch, on the two dishes, whatever they're called. We're going to do the same but with the Waterskin. So straight down here, just fill up your Waterskin. And we can grab another secret, so just roll your way down here. Roll your way down here. That came out a bit wrong. Roll her down here. Heck nabbit, why can't you just be normal? Go in a straight line. Okay, we did it. We made it. Now we can rush back to the other room. Careful you don't jump straight into that burner. I've done that a few times. It doesn't really matter though, because we will have another level transition when we exit this section. Okay, and just use your Waterskin. So we'll have to go back and fill it again because we need to do the same on the other one. There we go, and now we have a sheet of ice. So this is the shrine key. I did not point out the keyhole to this. So this has teleported us back because we made the sheet of ice. We wouldn't have been able to return, so very kindly the level builder has allowed us to return. So this is where we're using the key. Okay, come on in. So this next puzzle can seem a little complicated, so you'll get the idea of what's going on once you enter and step on a wrong tile. If you step on the wrong one, you'll burn up and die. So the solution to this is the skulls, but to me it wasn't all that obvious. So if we're looking at the skulls, there's the next one now faces towards the wall, so we come onto this tile and continue along. Continue, and then a skull there faces the other way, so we're going this way, and then over one, and then one more this way, and then to the wall. So that one took me a moment to figure out. I think it was just the placement of skulls all facing in the same direction coming into the room this way. But I managed to sort it. In my head I managed to... It took me a while. We got there. So I have just picked up my pistols. There we go. So equip them and let's get out of this room. Don't step on the wrong tiles. Trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be standing on. This one, okay. Okay. Can be tricky to see these tile lines as well. There we go, so we are completely done down here in the mine, so now we can leave. And also, brace yourselves. Let's get out of here. Do a roll. Oh my goodness. Okay, I hit the wall. We're fine. He can't get through there. So we'll just leave him be to do his exercises. Running on the spot. Okay. So I said we're completely done. Technically we're not. We can grab a secret, but I will do that later. I can't quite do it right now. I could, but I won't. Okay, so now we have the pistols. I'm going to go through this right-hand path. I can open up access to this now. Now, if you get really close, because of these plants you can't really see, we can see what's blocking our path is a cobweb. So get that out of the way, and we do have another one around this corner. Break that. And we have to solve the puzzle to open this next gate. So the solution is Wolfgarson. We need to pull the levers that are going to spell out Wolfgarson, but all the letters are jumbled up, bear that in mind. But the ones we need are SFR, NLUA, WSOG. Okay, so we do have a little trial of puzzles like that to go through. So, next room. We need to build a house. So we need this lever. Then this one. So it doesn't matter what order you pull them in as long as you pull the correct ones. And this one. Okay, last puzzle. So this one is a little more complicated. We've got the bird feet on the floor. We've got some curved ones, some straight ones, some facing left, some facing right, and they look like they're in pairs, but on the walls they're not the same pairs. You just need to find the correct number. So the ones we need, these two here, and then this one. Okay, and we have a bunch of torches. So we could not have brought our other torch out of the mine because of the ladder, so we have some more just there. And I don't know if this is going to be the same for everyone else, but I had to keep coming back here for torches because once I go through a level transition, my torch disappears. So I always have to come back for a new torch if I need one once entering a new level. Okay, light it there. So just to save some time, I will leave some things out of this part 1 that I could do. Ooh, watch that gap. because otherwise this part 1 will end up being really long, but we do go backwards and forwards throughout the level set anyway, so you can come back at any time. So I lit this just for a secret. So we also get a Medpack as well along with this secret. And now we have a lit torch. You can grab a secret down in the mine, but I will not do that in this part. I will save that for later. So once you've done that, you will need to grab a second torch from that spot if you go down into the mine, because as I've said, you cannot bring your torch out of the mine. So now I have a lit torch, I'm going to come into this section, the forest section. So this can be a little bit big and kind of overwhelming. You've got this main section which is just full of trees. It's actually not so big, but I think the trees make it seem a bit daunting. Makes it look quite huge. So we have another sphere over here, like a globe, snow globe. We can also shoot that. I'll not do that in this part. As I've said, I'll explain a lot more as we go along once I get around to it. I just don't want to be doing too much in this part 1. So what we're doing with the torch, we can light this. And that has dropped that hatch. So I'll leave my torch here, so I know exactly where it is. I can guarantee you it's not going to be here later when I go to pick it up again. So inside here is a bag of magic snow. Okay. So also I'm going to grab an item, if I can actually see where I'm going. It's very dark in this section. So we have some arrows over here, so once I approach, we'll activate a wraith. So it's not the picking up that activates it, it's approaching that section. So let me go back and deal with the wraith. So there's a little cross on the hill with the big cross. It's this one here with the skull. So that's pretty drawn to that. I'll continue on now. So once they're drawn to the cross, or whatever it is they are needed to be drawn to, they won't bother Lara once they've found that location. So now I feel like I'm forgetting what I'm doing now. It gets a bit intricate in this forest section. So I'm looking for a jump switch so that I can use my magic snow. So that's up here. You'll need to use this little mound of snow in order to reach that. That's opened a trapdoor. So there are various trapdoors in this area. They can be difficult to find. So if you find this, these logs just here, go this way and you will come across this trapdoor. Just here. And right here is where we can use the magic snow. Awesome stuff, that's pretty cool. Although it does upset me that it's yellow, but yeah, it looks cool. Okay, so to get out of here, we'll need to pull this block out and put it on the patch of snow that's on the ground. And you will just have to be all the way into this corner to grab and pull out. So, here we go, we have some magic snow. But what was the point of that? So if we have a look, we'll notice it's only snowing with this magic snow over this one column. So there was a fire up here, it's extinguished the fire. And we have this cave key that we can pick up now. So we are going to use this straight away. We're going to go into a cave section. So it's quite tricky to find behind this globe. So it is very dark just in this corner. I'm sure you can still pretty much see what I'm doing. So come past the globe. There is this area. So very well hidden. It's a very sneaky crawl space, but this is where you need to be going. It's not a secret. Approach the door and it will open. Give it a moment. As I've said, they're slow. Okay, and we can use the cave key right here. So pick up these flares, come into this room. We have a mana cube right here. And we have this. This is the solution to our next puzzle. So write this down. We're going to be using this pretty much straight away. So also in here, if you do have a look around, you'll see this very strange receptacle on this tree stump. There's a path here and a path opposite as well, but there is nothing we can do in this area for now. So we will come back to this at the very end. So now if you want to conserve your health, we'll not have so many level transitions, so do try and be careful now. So proceeding beyond this forest section, we have more stuff over here, and we can use the mana cube right here. Okay, and we have a lever puzzle. So if we look at this that's on the ground, this compass, if I stand here, I'm standing southeast. Excuse the traffic outside. I'm standing southeast. So that's what these columns are. So this is the southeast column right here. This would be southwest, and I'm sure you can figure out the rest. So it's told us which levers to pull on each of these columns. So it's the north one on the northwest, the north one on the southeast, and the west one? Yes, west on the southeast. Awesome stuff. That has opened that gate that's over here. I will just save before entering. So we'll not get level transition, so you want to be careful, and we're entering a different part of the mine. There's lots of stalactites in here, so just be on the very corner edges and you'll not get hit. So I'm going to take a moment, I'm going to take it easy to activate some of these so that they're out of the way. Come on, where's your corner edge? Whoa, okay. Got it. So just quickly coming up here as well for a Medpack. Just move this guy out of the way and then we can grab it. So being careful. Also, again, it is tricky to see where the tile lines meet. Well, I think that'll be alright. I'll skip that one. Okay, and we're good to go. So So we will have an armet as well, so just deal with that. That's kind of creepy. So once it goes over there, it's kind of annoying because you have this safe spot, especially if you're trying to conserve your health. Okay, I kind of didn't want that to happen because there's already all them stalactites in the way, but I wanted it to die more over here. But whatever, it's fine, it doesn't matter. So we're continuing this way. We need to unblock that path. We need to move that minecart by pulling a lever. So first thing I'm going to do is just hop into the water to grab a secret. And we actually have a new move in this game. So from the water, you can grab ladders. You can't do that in most level editors. That is a new move. So there we go. So here we can see we have a blade trap. So we need to stand on each of these grainy odd tiles to open up, whoopsie daisy, the path. This is going to be annoying now I've activated the trap. So there's 3 odd tiles to step on. Oh, I didn't want to climb up. Saved, okay. Oh, it got me. I didn't want that to happen. I'm gonna say this is the curse of recording. I usually do pretty well. With this, I never get hit here, but today, yeah, look at this. Okay. So, pull this lever. And that has moved the cart, so now we can return and go into that area. So the blades have stopped. So that's, well, it doesn't make any difference because we can just go into the water to return. Okay, so now we can hop up here. And we can grab an item, so we'll just need to move the skeleton out of the way. And we have a sword. So this works like a crowbar. So that's all we need from down here in this section, so now we can leave. We will not be coming back into this area. So careful of any stalactites you did not trigger. Okay. So the crowbar item can be used here. And there we go, we've opened up this village section. So don't quite enter yet because you'll spawn some enemies, but this is where I will leave the video for today. It's not too long, but I didn't want it to be too long, so that's why I've not done some things that I could do. So I'm just trying to balance out the video lengths. So I hope you're enjoying so far, and I will hope to see you next time. Take it easy, guys and girls.